I feel like at this point we should be used to the cold, but I don't think anyone is quite yet. So we're going to go for a walk around. We're going to have a good time, hopefully, and let's see what's in their bed. So, welcome to Toronto, and let's go for a walk. Hi, Juanita. Good to see you today. Thanks for always being here. Always being one of the first two, which is always nice. Very much the vanguard of the channel. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Hey, Jess, good to see you. We got something like 58 centimeters of snow, which is just honestly kind of ridiculous, but at the same time, no, it's just been kind of ridiculous. It has been brutally cold for too long, and at this point, I'm just like, it can stop now. It can go away. It cannot come back. All of these are valid options. For now, we just gotta roll with it. Hopefully y'all are having a good time out there. There it goes. Perfect. Some of these trucks haven't been moved since the snowfall. And as such, you're gonna see some cars up here that just look like marshmallows. Which, you know, totally normal January Canadian thing, I guess. Hello, Love Shia. Welcome today. Hey, chicks. Yeah, these guys haven't moved since the snowfall. So the snow's actually gone down a little bit since then. But, yeah, as you can see, certainly not going anywhere anytime soon. They're going to be in there for a bit. It's Friday to you. Only 48 more days until spring. You know what, New City? That's actually welcome news, I'm not going to lie. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll happily take it. Some places still don't actually shovel off their sidewalks, but that's a weird municipal versus private individual argument. Who is responsible for taking care of the sidewalks? Good question. Ask the person who'll always tell the other person. Plan is, let's go over to Yonge Street, explore the downtown loop, possibly hit up some streets that don't get as much love, like going down Church, or coming up potentially Beverly, or possibly even Shaw. Like coming up to what was Toronto Maple Leaf Gardens. This is where the Toronto Maple Leafs used to play. Last place they actually won the cup, let's not forget. Don't forget to hit the like button. I appreciate that, Jazz. Oh, just look at that. Just like, I wonder who else is streaming right now. Seems like several, maybe many people. I am trying this whole new thing in my life called skincare. It's very strange. I don't understand it myself. But hopefully y'all are inside and staying warm. If you don't have to go out in this weather, why bother in the first place? What skincare are you trying out? I am trying to remember to put moisturizer on my face so it stops burning. That is the hope. Walking around outside in like these temperatures every day, especially when I like put my mustache up. God damn, it gets cold and your face starts to sting. All kinds of good stuff. So yeah, I've just been trying to get home and moisturize the crap out of it, because that seems to help. Especially in the cold, very much so. Very, very much so. This space here, I always feel bad for the space here, because it used to be the barn. It used to be like this very popular queer establishment, but like for the past 10 or so years, it's just been empty. They tried to make a go of it for a pub, but it was never actually super successful. And, I mean, sharing some interesting sentiments there on the wall. But yeah, it's just, I think this place has been empty more often than it's actually been occupied. But hopefully everyone's having a good night. Let me know if you got up to anything crazy. I just finished the first season of Heated Rivalry, and I have to say, it actually legitimately was one of the best shows I've ever seen. And that's disappointing. Because I'm just like, oh, I really didn't want to be one of those people who's just like, this show was amazing. But the show was amazing. So, what can I say? Any events this weekend? Yes, actually. On Saturday, I am heading to the I Heart Beer Festival. Possibly, actually, with Poison Jam. I don't know if he's still up for it, but yeah. Is the temperature that is unusual, or the number of days of it, isn't just Montreal, Ottawa average weather? Not necessarily. I'm actually from Northern Ontario, so that's much more similar to like what Montreal or Ottawa would normally get, although of course with more snowfall. Toronto doesn't normally get this bad, which is what makes this particular season so interesting, is that normally our winters are quite mild. The amount of precipitation we've got this year already is kind of insane. But also, like, the amount of weather we've gotten is crazy. The cold, like the consistent cold, has been quite intolerant, like very unusual. We're usually much more mild, much more temperate. But on this point, what part of Northern Ontario? Barrie? Barrie's not Northern Ontario. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense, guy. Go where I'm going. Perfectly fine. Hello, Brad. Good to see you. No, I'm actually from the town that Brad is just joining us is from. So I'm from a little town called North Bay, Ontario. I was moved there when I was 6, and I was there until about 2011. And yeah, if you ever had the chance to go, it's a beautiful little town. My favorite thing about North Bay is we have 2 carousels right beside each other. For no really good reason. I just thought it would be nice. There's also a little train ride you can take. That's fun too. I remember when all 3 of those were installed. I don't think they've done anything amusement parkish since then. But let us know how North Bay's doing today, Brad. Oh. The 2 carousels have copyright music playing in of course they do. Because why would they not? Why have something nice when we can make it tacky? I'm not saying that as a critique of North Bay, but that's absolutely a critique of North Bay. Snowing just likely, but it is flipping cold, -23, and that's not the wind chill factor. Yeah, here it's only about -16 right now. We're practically balmy. See you fighting back saying intolerable. It's been a tough one, but a great series of tours. Hey, you know what? It makes it worth it. And if we can find ways to do that, it keeps me going. Plus, as I say, this is what I consider my job now. So I need to do this every day to keep myself going and to keep things moving. So that's what we do. If you don't take it seriously, other people won't take it seriously either. And I've already been fighting for like 10 minutes, which is great. So you just gotta keep going. Today's walk is probably going to be about 90 minutes, but we're going to play the game where we bounce to where the lights tell us to go. There's also a couple back streets I want to show because they just got like an interesting vibe to them. Hopefully everyone's got some exciting weekend plans. I know I do. I actually need to put the description in the thing to make sure I can actually stream tomorrow from the space. I might have to actually do 2 videos because I'm not sure if they'll be playing copywritten music in Enercare Center, but they probably will be. But we can work around that. See what we can do. Hi everyone, my computer is updating and I wasn't able to see my live streams currently on my tablet PC. Well, as always, Sam, it's wonderful to have you. Thanks for being a part. HXQ wasn't last winter a cold one too? It was. It was cold in a different way though. Like it wasn't as cold for as long, but it was also like definitely nowhere near the same amount of snow. This amount of snow is highly unusual. And I think that's kind of what's thrown most people off, is that it's just, there's so much of it. And Toronto doesn't really know how to deal with this much snow, so I was curious to see how most are handling the situation. Snowsituation? Situation. I'll figure it out. Freeze emergency? No, that's not quite it. If you can believe it, we're sheltering from the heat. That can also be extreme. Oh, extreme heat's absolutely a thing. Funny enough, doesn't sound like as much in Toronto, but like we've been having days that hit up to like 35, 40. And it's like, that's a lot for Canada. Good old climate change. Changing everything all the time. Do you check the link to the other live stream site? I have. I'm very curious about it, so I'm going to be checking it out soon. Just need to spend some time to sit down and just not be overwhelmed. I feel like that's the big thing. Just don't be overwhelmed. Sit down and do something and don't go crazy. Haunting Life, happy Friday. Happy Friday, my friend. Good to see you again. Welcome back to the day. We can break 40C. I believe it. Where is it that you are again? Are you Trinidad? Or Portugal? Was it Portugal? Well, I don't know if I caught the helicopter there, but that's a bit of an unusual sign up here. What live stream seat is it? It was the stream ones. Pretoria in Africa. Ah, South Africa. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Marcus. Good to see you, my love. Hello, Ron. Welcome to the chat today. Slower day today, but just as cold, which is always nice. I don't know if I'm getting used to the cold, or if today actually isn't quite as biting as it's been the past couple days. But maybe I'm just getting used to it. Kitchener here. That's if you're asking the question to me. Hey, I always like to know where people are from. It helps to kind of gauge people's understanding of like normal Toronto Canadian weather. But like it's Kitchener, you guys would get a bit more of like a precipitation effect. So this probably wouldn't be as crazy for you because Toronto gets the effect from being right on the lake, but you'd still probably not be as crazy as Northern Ontario. Put a 7-minute donut machine on Discord. You know what? Valid. That's a good amount of time for donuts, I'd say. Oh, look, Anytime Fitness. Do you like to do it? Yeah, anytime. Look at this. This section not plowed or shoveled at all. I mean, it's like, it's been a couple days, guys. Someone should take it. Like, just shovel your darn thing. Of course, it's a parking lot. Probably owned by someone who doesn't realize that they need to be the one shoveling this. Because who would sue a parking lot? We did not get snow like Hogtown. There was snow, but stay warm today. We're doing our best. I still think I should just have like a little sign in the corner of the stream. It's just like, this is what the weather is today. But I think the thing was StreamYard. I'm going to be checking it out today. What's the temperature in Toronto? The temperature right now, the temperature right now is about minus 16 when I checked last. With the wind chill, it's between minus 25 and 29. But there's no wind at the moment, which is, I am super grateful for. Maybe I overdressed for today, but that's also fine. I have a sneaking suspicion I started this stream when either Johnny or Ken started a stream. Mini donuts dipped in hot liquid chocolate. Well, to be fair, it doesn't take much for me to start drooling over donuts. But I have to earn those donuts. I'm nowhere near the next benchmark yet. I just gotta wait. And when I have them, they will be sweet and luscious. If you know the joke, say it with me. Hey, BBD. Good to see you, my friend. It's funny how during days where it is this cold out, you will start to hear more people actually you will start to see more people actually wearing face masks. And it's like, people learned during the pandemic that if you're wearing that, you can actually have like a warmer face. That's good. Like even right now, I am wearing my scarf above my nose. I don't normally do that, but today was going to be cold enough that I wanted to make sure I did. Arnold, One Hand Life, Toronto Shadow, thanks so much, buddy. Good to have you today. Welcome to the channel. We're just coming up to Dundas Square. Something's coming by us. We're going to find out what that is very soon. On the 1st and the 8th when we were in Toronto, the weather was not that bad. Yeah, it got real bad real quick. Same bad time, same bad channel. Hey, Steven, good to see you, buddy. Timmy wanting a donair so bad, immediately coming in and make me hungry. As is tradition, so it was written, so it shall be. Diddly diddly neighbor. Taco Bell's a really nice architecture building. I think I missed it. I'll have to double check that next time I see it, but we are coming up. Well, this is interesting because this entire block is actually gated off, so it will be under development soon. I can't say exactly what it is, but most likely condos, because Why not? It's always condos. Also up there they have the innards of a cell phone tower. But the way they actually did it, it kind of looks a bit like a shot glass. Got some. This is, of course, Dundas Square. The controversy coming up is, of course, will the name Sankofa stick? The answer is probably no, let's be honest. But they're really trying to make that happen. Oh, and don't worry. Burrito Boys is but one of many. Between that and Fat Bastard, there are more than enough burrito places in the city. But don't you worry, you can get your burrito fix just about anywhere here. Let's go into the square, give it a little look-see around. On a scale of Chicago, Minneapolis, Detroit, Cleveland, Boston, Buffalo, Boston, New York, is the winter actually harsher or is it just normal? Oh, this is absolutely harsher than it's normally been. And our winters, generally our winters are a little harsher than New York's. Not quite as bad as Buffalo, because Buffalo gets the southern part of the lake effect, meaning that they actually usually get more cold. But we tend to get less, just because of the way the weather works. And Chipotle. Oh yeah, lots of Chipotle. Sorry, Chipotle. Let me say it correctly. Green Knight is doing pretty well with the sub count. Those midnight alleyways are popular. I'm so happy for him. I'm really happy that I could be a part of that. Don't tell him this, but I am super glad that he's back in my life. And frankly, if he does better than I do, all the power to him. Keep it up, my friend. Keep it up. Happy Friday from Florida. Happy Friday. Happy holiday, Sparts. But good to see. Whereabouts in Florida? Because I may end up there very soon. Hello, Mo. Good afternoon, everyone. Very cold today. I'm glad I dressed warm. I think we're all glad to be dressed warm at this moment. Hello, Christopher. Good to see you today. I love Jack Astor at the Square. Is it still there? I don't know if Jack Astor's still there. Oh, yes it is. There it is, on that side. I guess that's not going anywhere. Some of the other Jack Astors have moved around, but here we are, Dundas Square, or Sankofa Square, if you want to be divisive. I think most people will just default to calling it Dundas. Near Fort Lauderdale. Okay, I might be heading to Orlando at the end of February, but depends on like one or two things happening this weekend. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Chilly one today. It is a very chilly one today. That is just ice, not even melted ice. There's a bowling alley below Jack Astor's now. Yes, the ballroom. Funny enough, we're just talking about Green Knight. He used to work there as a chef. But that was before he became a knight from medieval times. And before that, before he became a renowned walktuber under my excellent tutelage. I want to be in Dundas Square. They need to change the name that's Square. I thought that Jack Astor's was gone. A few of them are. Yeah. Oh. Just so you folks know, as a reference point to where we are, on the right side, this is Eaton Center. Named after the Eaton family. Many, many years ago. Also named after, used to be the store Eaton's, which was a Walmart or Sears style store. That shut down in the early 2000s. It was replaced by Sears, which was then shut down. And then was simultaneously replaced by Nordstrom's, which was then shut down. And is now Simon's. So. Do you remember a club in Yorkville called PWD's in the 80s? It was a hot club to go. I don't remember that, actually. I wasn't actually here in the 80s for most of it, to be fair. Does Green Knight ever discuss the story? Come on. It wouldn't be a stream without a siren. Does Green Knight ever discuss historical dishes, as in what was cooked in medieval times? I don't know, actually. I don't think he does. I should tell him to. He usually does what I tell him. That's the benefit of being slightly older than him. I did that city bus tour around the city for my 30th birthday last year after living here for 12 years. You did that tour? You could have booked me instead. I'm so much better at touring. To be fair, you've probably walked with me on multiple tours at this point, but I still like to think I'm good company. I might be lying to you, but we'll find out together. Simon's plus Italy in the Eaton Center, formerly Eaton's. Very true, very much. I've actually, like, going into Simon's, it's actually quite nice. It's like, oh, this is really, really well done. So, I'm curious to see how it grows and develops in the next couple of years, but yeah, really, really nice. Good afternoon, Jennifer. Wonderful to see you. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Staying warm and all that. That was before you started live streaming. Maybe just a little bit. I mean, I started in, September. So maybe a little bit before September 2025. Gosh, I still have a hard time wrapping my brain around that's 2026. But also that we're already, like, pretty much a month into 2026. Also, it's just been this weather, like, day after day after day. And I'm kind of at the point where I'm just like, really? World, can you please just not be cold for, like, a week? That would be great. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god, what's going on? It's too early. Really, phone? Ugh. And just like, it's too early for Katie to misbehave. But here we are. Like, right now it thinks this is straight. Does this look straight? It looks as straight as I am. It's a half hour in. I'm just like, Katie, come on. I'm starting to regret naming this after my best friend. That's better. Ugh. She'll snap to it in a bit. I just have to do this a little bit, and inevitably she balances out. Katie. So everything's going to be on a Dutch angle. That's the moral of today's story. Don't worry, she'll settle, maybe. We'll find out. Katie looks daily forward. Well. Katie doesn't like the cold. All of my electronics don't like the cold. It's kind of annoying. Just like, you feel like they'd get used to it being in Toronto. But no. No, always throwing hissy fits. See, Katie's back to normal already. Snap to it. Hello, John. Good to see you today. I will say, if you are coming down Toronto, do not, and you're trying to get to Nathan Square, do not take this alley. It'll take you all the way down, all the way up through the next street. So the best way is actually just to go down to the south side of King, or Queen, and then go across. My DJI on 5 gimbal started doing that recently too, but then one day fully glitched out and won't rebalance. Oh no! God, I hope that doesn't happen to mine. I can't afford a new one. You know? Well, while we're taking a look through, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Matti. I am a tour guide in TOURonno, Ontario. So if you or someone you know is coming to the city, why not recommend them for a unique experience and give them a customized walking tour? I give tours throughout the city, and you can find them tailored to your interest. So if you're looking to book my services, please do so in the link below to VIATOR and TRIPADVISor. In addition to that, if you're enjoying the channel, please like it. That will encourage YouTube to recommend it to other people. In addition to that, if you want to join the family, please feel free to subscribe. It's a great place to help us out and help the channel grow. And we also just love having new people around. So we do this every day. We'd love to include you in the proceedings. So feel free to come on by and let's go for a walk. You can also go to Richmond and cut through the Sheraton Centre Hotel. That is very true. Tried using without gimbal, but was just too shaky. Yeah, that's kind of my issue too. I'm just like, now that I've tasted the sweetness of balance and form, it's hard to go back. It's hard to go back. Got a ninja tour guide look today. Hey, I'm doing what I can. I will survive somehow. Funny enough, I'm actually bouncing the scarf up and down a little bit because I can't leave it on for too long, otherwise my face will freeze. But I'm gonna see if I can go around these guys. Go on this way. We're good. Hey Liam, good to see you, buddy. Whew. Hey Princess, my love. Hope you are well today. I shall call you Nanook of the North. Fair enough. I'm just gonna take a little peek over at Nathan Phillips Square. This is our old City Hall. Interesting because it's actually disconnect. Oh, freaking hell. This is our old City Hall, so known because there are gargoyles on it. One of the few buildings in TOURonno that still has their original gargoyles, which is always nice. Oh, Katie, no. Okay, Katie, fine. I'm gonna have to explain so much to my friend Katie when she finds out what I've named my gimbal, and the sheer number of times I've muttered, "Oh, Katie," under my breath. Do I regret naming my gimbal after one of my best friends? No, because every time I say it, it reminds me of her. But also, I'm just like, if I could do a supercut of every time I've grimaced at Katie on these walks, I would have a very successful video. Princess is great. I know you're great. Not gonna lie, you're in my top 5 favorite people. Look at that smoke, right? All of it billowing up from whatever is down there this time. I'm guessing turtles. Ninja turtles. What would the translation of that be? Ninja tortugas? Tortugas. Katie needs a gimbal sweater. Katie might need a gimbal sweater. She is from Florida, so she is delicate and she needs to be pampered. So, and in that sense, I only mean regarding to cold. Everywhere else, she is flint. Do I place? I know Sam and Steven is on the list as well. They're both great on the channel. Yeah, they're lovely. Jennifer's in there. Marcus is in there. Liam's in there. Kyle's in there. Yeah, I have at least 50 people in my top 5. So that's good. Also, I'm great at math. That helps. Out. So this was back in the day, Canada Permanent Building. It was designed to be temporary. Even just the details on that building are really lovely. Something you don't really notice often when you get to go by, but Toronto's like a lot of these older buildings especially, absolutely full of interesting decorations, interesting embellishments that just kind of make the building alive and really just add this like the hint of old world in the new world. Also kind of just one of the few places where old school thinking still dominates. But also those paintings, like those mosaics up there, those are quite lovely. Very, very pretty. And when you look at them, the size of them, that's like, they're each probably about 10 feet tall. Maybe even bigger, maybe 15. Huh. Oh, we got some music, so we're just gonna talk through the music. Are you guys still getting in cold weather? Here it's rain in Trinidad. Oh, well, that would, you know what? Rain is actually like not too terrible, but hopefully it's not gonna be atrocious as you're going by. York University had temporary office buildings in prefab. It was there for 30 plus years. That sounds right in my brain. Something I would absolutely expect from TOURonno thinking. Especially like in the education center, you know? Just like that surprises me not at all. We love you too, princess. We're a royal family, and you are the Duchess. Such as it is. The Princess Duchess. The princess of the facility is clearly Matt Ryan. So Green Knight. So Sam's the knight. I'm the queen. Jennifer's the king. Matty secretly wants a cosplay GIMP camera operator instead of the gimbal. Matty is thinking, how the heck does he know this? 16th February at 8 p.m. your time. On Radical to just even play mouse in the band. I can't wait. I would love to. 16th of February. I will be in town, and I will be able to watch that for sure. Excited to be there for that. Thanks for inviting me, princess. I'll see if I can put a link on that onto the Discord. So we have a concrete... If it's not like concrete in front of me, I will forget it. And even if it is, there's like a 50-50 chance I still will. Got a lot of things that kind of are coming together really quickly in my head. So I just need a lot of... I like how this place is just called Bready. Bready Freddy. Couple Club, yes, 80s. Ooh, delightful. Should I climb up the truck? I guess so. Hello, Madano. Good to see you today. We are currently doing a little stroll through downtown. Walking Adelaide, because this was the street I started to walk down. Next time that we're in town, my husband and myself should get a drink at O'Grady's with you. Oh my god, yes, but definitely not O'Grady's. No, O'Grady's is terrible for drinks. We'll go to Pegasus. We can go to... Like, even Church Mouse is better than Pegasus. Although the last time I was at Church Mouse, literally a cockroach ran out onto the table. So just like, well, maybe I'll avoid that one for the near future. That was something else. But definitely not O'Grady's. O'Grady's isn't great. It's so expensive. But also, yes, Hair of the Dog. Oh, yes! Hair of the Dog. I love Hair of the Dog. Oh, good choice, Steven. Good choice. Perhaps do a group live stream with other streamers streaming from their perspectives. I'd love to do that. I've done it with Matt a few times, with Green Night Tales. I need to remember to call him Green Knight, otherwise y'all will find out what his real name is. Let's see. Look up there, there's the Canada Life building. Oh, this way, I don't know what, I can't remember exactly if there's any boopable items over here. But if I don't go, I won't find out. Hello, Megan. Good to see you today. So right now I have like a 25% chance of getting my show accepted as a part of the 1010 Brewing. And if I do, that would be wonderful. But I gotta think about a few things first. You'll get the notification. You did subscribe to channel. Yeah. Always like to point out some of these older buildings. All of this used to be residential. But it's interesting to see just how, since the downtown has expanded so much over the past little while, you end up with a great selection of all of these buildings that used to be one thing, now just being something completely different, which is really cool. I have been obsessed asking AIs about betting odds on random things. Be curious to know how accurate that is. Does anyone remember Mother Tucker's in Mississauga near the airport? Is it still there? I don't know. I've never actually heard of that. So I'm going to say potentially maybe. But I'm also like, I'm not in Mississauga very often. The only thing I know that's in Mississauga is the Marilyn Monroe buildings. And those are just kind of random residential buildings. Do you do fish on Fridays, Sam? I don't think it's appropriate to ask him about his personal life. Nope. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if that's like here as a Christmas thing or if that's just always there as a part of a sculptural element. That's just kind of cool to see that they've done something with that. I mean, does it look good? No. It looks like, because it's trying to mimic coral reefs? Huh. Interesting. I've never noticed that before. Do I like it? Not necessarily, but interesting. Brits eat fish and chips anytime desired. Oh God, I would love fish and chips. Maybe that's what I'll get tonight. Mother Tuckers, I mentioned that to a friend yesterday. There's one in Scarborough too. I've not been in ages. Huh. I'm gonna need to look this place up. Sounds delicious. I remember there was a day, this was many years ago, like pre-pandemic, but my friend Brigitte and Clayton were down with their partners and they really wanted to go to the Rockin' Horse Saloon, and it was fun. I discovered I don't really like country bars, but I would absolutely go back there and do that again if they wanted to. Oh, I should actually ask them if they wanted to do that sometime. That'd be fun. That'd be a great night out, actually. Just finished making teriyaki stir fry. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Also a place called Matt's Burger Lab, which sounds delightful. Well, they did spell my name wrong, so sweet and sour chicken with egg fried rice. Dang, everyone just eating these delicious foods. Terrible. Terrible. Not to toot my own horn, but it was very delicious. Well, that sounds like tooting your own horn, but that's fine. That's fine. We're glad you enjoyed it. Mother Tucker's closed in 2020 due to the pandemic. Aww. Darn it. I wonder about Starving Artist. I haven't seen one of them in a long time. And they were delicious. They used to serve everything on waffles. They were such a thing for a hot minute. I don't know what happened to them. I do know the original location isn't there anymore, because that used to be like right beside my place. But like there was a space on College that was operational for a while. Then they had another place in North York. God, they were good. They were so good. What happened to things that were good in my day? Hemdy, 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 hem. I would love to have a guy cook for me because I cook all the time. You know what? I cook too much in my household. I need to be like, Joel, you're cooking tonight. He'll be like, I don't know. I'll just be like, just heat up the nuggets. It's fine. What's the itinerary for today? The itinerary for today is to just go places. Honestly, I didn't have a plan because I knew it was cold. And because I knew it was cold, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to just go where my legs take me and then slowly make my way back. Love giant curved sausage, the pork sausage. I'm not that big a fan of sausage. Sausage is fine. I do like bangers and mash though. Bangers and mash is great. No plan is the best plan. I mean, not always. Let's be honest. Sometimes no plan is bad plan. But hopefully today is not that day. You never know. Yeah, that's fair. There's the Monkey King. Actually, I really like that piece. You know, we're not far from Graffiti Alley. I could always walk down there, loop around, then come back. But I have two events coming up this weekend. One of which, tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the I Heart Beer Festival. So I'm excited for that. But then on top of that, I'm going to do a stream on the walk home after the festival. But from there, I'm going to be on Sunday. I'm a part of an art gallery exhibit at Gallery 222, which is located in the middle of Dragon City Mall. So we'll be going there on Sunday. I might do some interviews with the other artists. But then I'll be walking back after. But that'll be around 2 or 3 o'clock. So if anyone's coming, if anyone's not doing anything, feel free to come out. A lot of good artists through it, and me, which is nice. So, if you do the alley, you need to show us your fish. That's kind of what I was thinking, because I'm just like, I know I've talked about it. I know Matt's like super curious Green Knight, super curious to see it. But you guys have a Scotiabank too. I think it's a base by you guys. Probably. There's at least a couple of Scotiabanks around here. Man, RIP Speaker's Corner. I'm sure they're using that corner for so much great content. And by that I mean not at all. Hello, truck. That was awfully close. Sometimes I wonder how they do it. I have to phrase things very carefully. I was wondering what. It's wonderful. Hey, Green Knight has never encouraged me once. He's actually a terrible. No, he's fine. He's fine. He's great. Miss that Speaker's Corner was pretty cool back then. There was even a Weird Al music video that starts with him in Speaker's Corner. And I'm just like, I love that. It was just kind of a neat little part of, pop culture. Well, you encourage him. Nah, he does good. He does good. We want him to do good. That's kind of the point. Back for my lunch, I had a grilled cheese pickle sandwich. It was delicious. That sounds amazing. I would love that. Grilled cheese and pickle. The blue skies are so deceptive. They really are. It's almost when you see Toronto or any place in winter that has a lot of snow and really, really clear blue skies, you know it's probably cold. You almost want the cloudy skies because it keeps the heat in. Toronto, what a horrible mayor. I think Olivia Chow's fine. I don't actually think... I don't know too much about her. Yeah, better than Rob Ford, that's for sure. But... I don't know. We've had a couple interesting mayors. I don't think John Kerry did anything. Really. I don't think Olivia Chow has done anything too notable, but I don't think she's done anything too hard either. Yeah, if I don't hear people complaining about her, usually it's pretty okay. I also don't really believe, you judge someone by their policies. The more you hear a name, the more likely they are to be doing crappy things, you know? Also, hello, Amir. Good to have you today. Completely incapable. Huh. I'm actually curious to know what policies of hers you're not crazy about. Literally, I just as someone who's here, don't often hear about what certain politicians get up to. I have to say, I'm not a fan of Doug Ford, though, but even Doug Ford's done some good stuff, though. Politicians are weird. I don't like them. Nice to hear Brad give her my love. Princess Margaret, she is here also. Thanks for the great content. Thanks, Amir. I really appreciate that. Just waiting for this darn night to change. There it goes. Yeah. Here's my thing. I feel like every politician should always be based upon the good that they do long term. So it can be hard to see stuff in the meantime, but I only hope that every politician has a genuine will and desire to change things for the majority of people for the better. That's all we can really hope for, right? Anyone who's being a politician for short-term gain, I'm always suspicious of, and I don't like. Any politician who puts their name forward again and again. I'm just like, oh, well, now you're doing this for the wrong reasons. But, stuff. But why is the Whyday on the thumbnail? I didn't know what to name it today. So I just put whatever. Sometimes I just like to do something that rhymes or a bad pun. By the way, we are coming up to one of the stops that will be on the Ontario line. They are predicting that this will open by 2030, but, take that with a grain of salt. Do we hope it opens one day? Absolutely. Do we hope that when it opens it will work? Absolutely. If anyone wants to mess with people's minds, apply drips to white liquid soap to the door handles. Position the hands low, smile and apologize for them. I mean, you could use icing instead. That might be better. That way you could lick it off. All right, everybody. What is Toronto's national bird? The crane. because we have more condos being built here than anywhere else in the world, despite the fact that our condo market is crashing. Yay! All right. Oh, goodness gracious, that was loud. That kind of came out of nowhere. I hate when you can't defend against the music. Are condos now a good deal? I honestly couldn't tell you. The last I heard, condos were doing terribly. So, I hope that they're better, but probably not. The famous Queen and Spadina McDonald's. Do you remember when McDonald's had playrooms and it was for kids? Don't get me wrong. I think that was the only reason why I wanted to go to McDonald's as a kid. No one went there for the food. Actually, maybe we did. The food was pretty tasty. But like, no one goes to McDonald's anymore. It's too expensive. Which is weird to say about McDonald's. That and Loblaws. Loblaws is also way too expensive. I would never condone the cool crime of robbery against Loblaws. That would be terrible. Don't do it. No matter how cool it is. But at this point, I almost see affordable housing being built, right? That would be lovely. Or converting places into affordable housing. And also, here, I'm going to take a step further. Affordable affordable housing with actual good TTC or Metro links planned integration from the get-go, rather than all at once. What's the best value burger in town, dollar for dollar? Oh God, that is a good question. I couldn't tell you. The place that I really like is Happy Burger, but that is not. They are not good value. Their combos aren't even real combos. You pay the exact amount as you would for everything. You just order it all at once as a combo. It's kind of ridiculous. I do like Burger Priest, but that's also really expensive too. Huck Donald's because of the sound you make while vomiting. You're lovely. New City, thank you. All right. The double junior bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's is a good value. Okay. I haven't been to Wendy's in a long time. They kind of collapsed, didn't they? I can see them starting to like make their way back into the city, but like very few places. Do you have Fuddruckers? We do not have Fuddruckers. I have heard about that though. Burgers Priest is also amazing, but yes, expensive. It seems I'm in danger of doing that well. Fair enough. All right. So for anyone who's worried about Burrito Boys, there's another one right here. Let's head on down to Graffiti Alley. It's pretty bad though that they chose the Wendy's on Yonge and Alexander. That's all right. We're gonna flip into tour guide mode. Welcome to Graffiti Alley. Some of these are commissions, but most of them are just random artists who have claimed a territory. One of which is actually this new artist here. Now You See Me? Or sorry, Do You See Me with, was it? Yeah, we've seen him twice while he's working here and done some stuff. One thing to note is that the ground here is also partially covered with graffiti. So you get a lot of different arts kind of all around you. It's really only really known for the two alleyways back to back, and it is still an alleyway, so there are cars that come through. Oh look, Do You See Me has a new one here too. He's spreading. He's doing a lot of stuff. But I'm just like, there's no better place to do this than here. Hello friends, my name is Matti. I am a tour guide in Toronto, Ontario, and I love showing off new works, so check it out. If you or someone you know is coming to the city, why not gift them a unique experience by offering them a customizable tour to their interests. You can book my services in the description below via VIATOR or TRIPADVISOR. In addition to that, if you're enjoying the stream, please like. And if you want to join us more often, why not subscribe? We do this every day, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. Now, let's get back to the walk. Because I am excited to show this one off. I'm just like, dang, that's great. Hello, Curry's house. Yeah. You like the mural with the cherry blossoms? Very much so. Do You See Me is interesting. Like, his work is really good from a distance. But when you get up close, it almost has like a naive style, which isn't bad. It's just not always my favorite. Like, for me, I would like to have a bit more volume on top to kind of balance out the thickness of the tree trunks. But that's like very specific art stuff. I am an artist. So I do have a lot of, I don't want to say art critique, but I always try to like find how something could be better and to kind of emphasize like what I think they could do or how they can kind of make it going forward. We have this one's a little streaky, but like the solid lettering's gorgeous. They did a good job on this. For Iran, it's, probably a good thing. I mean, I can try coming down here, buddy, but I don't know if that's going to do you any good. Well, I'll see if I can. Oh, I like the colors on this one. I've always liked this guy too. Very, very soft and striking. I'll see if I can't come around for this guy because it looks like he's just going to go through anyway. Or maybe not. Where are you going? Well, we got these over here. I really like the big tags. I feel like someone came by and just redid all of these tags because they're super dynamic. They're super big. And like a lot of this looks brand new. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was just the new year. Everyone just came in and went through it. The next side is pretty routine. Like a lot of these have been there for a long time. But like Dough Crew, Tuffy Tats. I don't know your work yet, my friends, but I'm sure I will soon. Also, just love some of these items. Sad to see this one covered up, because like I would say, the art underneath you can tell is much better than the tag over top. But the only tags I don't like are the ones that deface pre-existing art. Like, case in point, this one. But that's kind of also the point of Graffiti Alley. Like, it's not meant to last forever, right? But a lot of this is new, so it would have happened during, like, the snowstorms and all of that stuff. So, don't know where you're going, buddy, but you're going to move. Also, just simply also the realism on some of them. This art has been popping up a lot lately as well. But feed the poor, fear the poor. Fair enough. There's a difference between changing things up and ruining someone's artwork. I absolutely agree. Ooh, I love the cat there. That guy's great. Wow, that's gorgeous. Good work. Hi, Lumia. There's a difference between changing things up and ruining someone's artwork. I completely agree. It's all about taste factor as well. All right. Let's see where this guy's going. We just want to make sure that I can actually get through. Okay, no one's coming. All right. Continuing down Graffiti Alley. Oh, this is all new too. You can still see the Poser Bunny on top, which I love Poser. I think he's great. a very dynamic tag, but it's not quite vibrant enough to stand out, so you kind of lose. It gets a little muddy, unfortunately. This boy is done wonderfully. Good hand technique. Very nicely done. This tag's a little streaky, but you can still get the sense of they had very bold colors they wanted to use. Still works pretty well. That looked a little like Ready Eddie. I mean, it's a little mature to be Ready Eddie, but one day he'll get there. We believe in him. Another poser bunny, but this one's been tagged over, unfortunately. Not very well, I might add. Ooh, solid tag over there. Look at that. Look at that color saturation. That's gorgeous work. This one's nice too. I actually really like the apple. Did a good job on that one. Love the artwork. Hate the amount of aerosol and pollution generated. Sorry, not sorry. That is a good point. I know that there are some that are just exclusively done with compressed air, but I couldn't tell you which ones do that. And some of them also use stencil work and like paper with those. There are a lot of options, but no, I definitely understand the concern about that for sure. Then again, I'm also the person who's just like, you know what? I don't like cars. I'm excited for the Matti fish. There's the raccoon, which I also am. I'm not actually that raccoon. I'm just a raccoon in a human's body. But if we come over here, you're going to see a very special portrait. So this is the Uber 5000 painting. It's been here for many years. And if we see there's an octopus up there. But one day I was giving a tour, and I invited someone to come along and be a part of it. Essentially, I was giving people a tour through here. And I was running into the artist who was here. And he was just like, a lot of these fish are actually based off of people who were just around during the time. And so I asked him, just like, can I be a fish? And he said, yes. And so up there you will see a fish with a big blue eye and a little blue stripe by the two pillars, by two sponge pillars. And that's me. That's my fish. Look, see? Resemblance is uncanny. Uncanny resemblance on the fish. So, it's a fish. Pick your favorite art piece on these walls and get an idea for recovery on Xbox. It could be the color scheme fish design. Who knows? But yeah, one thing about, I'm glad someone actually pointed that out, because it's just like, there is a lot of aerosol pollution that happens, but I'm just like, yeah. A part of me is just like, I see the ones who do like really shitty art, or like really terrible art. I'm just like, why? That's just not for a good reason. Hey, squirrel! Oh, there goes the furry rat. Ooh, I love the dragon. Sorry, a dwagon. Is this the newest area of Graffiti Alley? This area has actually been specifically like, this particular piece has been here I feel like as long as I've been in Toronto. But like, apparently all of these places are all, like a lot of these animals and fish and stuff, they're actually based off of specifically people that he knew or were in the area at the time. But just, yeah. It's absolutely like my favorite art piece in the city. It's also huge. Like, it goes all the way up. So if you ever get the chance to come to Graffiti Alley, it's always changing, and it's super cool. I really love this space. But what's also really nice about this, to kind of give you a sense of eras, this other piece is from about like 15 or so years ago. But if we look at the wall over here, you will see a wide collection of TOURonno-isms, including Sam the Record Man, the CN Tower, the IKEA monkey. You have Gord Downey over here. You have the raccoon, which is the unofficial, well, it's actually the official Toronto mascot at this point. The blueberries and the birds, those are all just Uber 5000 playing around, but there's Rob Ford over there on the moose. The moose for a while was actually a sculpture contest that they did. So I guess this guy's just going to come through. So I guess we'll let him come through. How nice of you, sir. Go screw yourself. No, just like... But I'm just like, why would someone deface that picture there? Like, that just seems needless. But no, those are some of Uber's works, and I greatly enjoy them. The time and craft that goes into some of these murals is amazing. Oh, absolutely. Just going to try to get a little bit of a distance glimpse of the TOURonno piece. I feel like that pretty much sorts it out. But yeah, I love that piece. I think it's super cute, super quirky, references so much of TOURonno. But he's an interesting one. His art's just super quirky and very nice. Did the driver even slow down? No, not really. I mean, here's the thing. It is technically an alleyway. So I'm just like, I get it. But at the same time, like, screw you, buddy. This is Graffiti Alley. You're going to run into people looking at artwork here. Don't think you can just drive through it unobstructed. And then, of course, you come out to Winners. And also Le Blas. Which, again, I do not condone the cool crime of robbery, or theft. Also, remember I used to take tours here all the time, because we would come out over here, and while you stood at this corner, that blue store used to be a magic mushroom store, and over there where the cannabis dispensary is, that was also a magic mushroom store. So you come to this corner and be like, if you want magic mushrooms, you can go here. Or if you want magic mushrooms, you can go here. Or you can go to both. Or neither. That's the beauty of capitalism. And choice. Freedom of choice. It's always great. Is it better or worse weather-wise the longer you are out? Parts are better. Like, the heat builds up over time, but then again, so does the cold. So, like, no matter how long you're out, your hands will get cold. Even with my hand warmers, I can't really feel my fingers. And the hand warmers, they're still working like they're supposed to. But also, is cold. Are you a person, not technically a living person, deserving of not becoming a pancake? That is true. That is true. I wonder what's going to replace the Velvet Elvengrad. That's a good question. If I was to guess, I'd say probably a dispensary. Maybe a magic mushroom store. I don't know. Because clearly there's a lack of them now, apparently. The place is called Midnight Cookie. Ooh. Oh, come on, buddy. Where are you going? Hello from Scotland. Hello, Darren. Or should I say I? No, that's terrible. I'm not even going to attempt to do a Scottish accent. But hello, good to see you today, my friend. I am partial to the name Fun Guys. I love a good pun. You know what? Me too. And the fact that there is a new store in Kensington Market called Golden Grams made me, like, I just literally read that and I laughed because I thought it was such a brilliant name. And apparently that place sells mushrooms and cannabis. But, you know. I have not been in there myself. Oh, look, guys, it's Cheap Friends. Ooh, I love her hair. Golden Grant, right? I'm not saying that's where I'll go do my future shopping. But I'm just like, if I did, it would probably be there. Do you think will we ever find a cure for drug addiction, like a pill or a surgery that rewires your brain? I feel like the irony is that kind of exists, but the problem is that it's a drug. And you can't cure drug addiction with another drug. But there are things like cannabinoids and like, what is it? Especially mushrooms and psilocybin. A lot of that can be used to reshape a lot of pathways in your brain. But I do also know that mushrooms don't have as high a tolerance towards, like, the benefit to that, from my understanding, is that it can actually help you rewire your brain in a lot of ways to, like, wean dependence and wean a lot of other things off. But the problem is that it's so easy to, like, overdo it or completely lose touch with what reality is. So, mixed bag. Mixed bag. Doing not so bad. Had heavy snow in Scotland. Just been heavy rain. Huh. Well, hopefully you're feeling nice and warm in a warm place. Well, we'll just pretend my plan was to go to Graffiti Alley. And now that was the plan. Now we're heading back. It was great to have you. I'm glad I got to show you my fish finally. The sidewalks seem to be getting slightly wider with each sunny day. You know what? Some of these ones especially, thank goodness. Goodness gracious. Oh, I couldn't be happier, thank goodness. Damn it, I missed. You did! You're gonna have to rewind, my friend. But don't rewind too far, you'll hear me slagging you off. I would never do that on camera while you're here. There's the CAN Tower. We're trying to restore a building and keep the frame still the same like they do in Victoria, BC. Yes. This is actually going to be one of the stops that's going to be a part of the Ontario line, which is going to be a future subway station designed to kind of ease the downtown congestion that happens. I'm actually a huge fan of the Ontario line. I think that it's going to be very good when it's active and ready to go. But yeah, we'll see how long that takes. Donkey, hey there, buddy. Good to see you today. Eglinton to LRT. Globe and Mail reporting problem with the emergency brakes. Opening day may be postponed. Oh my goodness, the shock. The shock and awe of it all. You mean the Eglinton LRT is going to miss an opening deadline? Crazy. What a disaster. What an absolute train... Well, not train wreck. That's the wrong word. What an absolute LRT wreck. Do a drug dealer or a drug addict? All the snow on the ground reminds them of cocaine. It'll be hard for them to quit their cooking. Hebert? How's Randy these days? It seems I haven't know with Randy. Went and did our little walk around. The first part of the walk around Spadina. But he will be back next year. We'll be finishing off that route. Starting around Union and then shooting down to the lake and then coming back up through the other stop. But, yeah. Excited Randy will be back again. Don't you worry. That'll happen on Tuesday. I can actually probably buckle those in. Put them together as options. Just so everyone knows. If you are free on Sunday, this is the space over here. Wait, did I pass it? I might have passed it. No. Yes, this is the space. This is the space over here where my friend has a gallery. And I will get to be a part of it on Sunday. So if anyone is out and about and wants to come join us for a fun little gallery opening, should be a good time. Hello, Mark. Good to see you, my friend. Love your walks with Randy. I always learn new things about Toronto. I also always learn new things about Toronto. It's annoying. I'm just like, Randy, how do you know so much? I get it, you're smart and you try to learn things. I just don't try to learn things. I remember sometimes. Well, have a good day haunting. Good to see you today. Thanks for stopping by. Does that mean wine and cheese? Well, I'm pretty sure it will have at least cheese. It's not like a fancy gallery. Actually, it might have crackers. Or maybe not. We'll find out together. We are throwing a little bit of a party on Saturday night to celebrate the full moon. So we'll see. Actually, if you read that wrong, it says gallery opening. Does that mean wind and cheese? And just like if you're lactose intolerant, absolutely. I can make a fart joke, but I won't. I beat you to it, Megan. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Any opportunity to make a cheap joke, I will. Because I am what I eat. My family's not especially funny, but my mom took 9 months to make a joke once. Multitasking, wine, and more wine. Friday is all about typos. I mean, at least they're fun typos. That's the best part. You guys are the best. Thanks for being here today. I will say, there is a little karaoke bar over here that I've never got a chance to go to, but it's apparently a lot of fun. But then there's another karaoke place across the street that is like so ostentatious. It is overwhelming. It's like we went in and they've just ordered everything that they could. It was intense. Super intense. Oh, goodness gracious. 8 months. Wait, are you saying you're a premature baby? Oh, I thought I said 9 months. But also, what are you implying? That I was the joke? No, she's just not very quick on her feet. I'm kidding. She's fine. She's fine. My mom's very smart. Actually, I'll put it this way. My mom is smart and intelligent. And my dad is like supremely intelligent. Also, as everywhere, the Canada gifts. Everywhere you go, you'll usually see these. Especially in Chinatown. But anywhere you see them selling maple syrup that's not actually like giving you a taste test, it's probably not actual maple syrup. You know, it's cold when the vegetable stands are covering up their goods, right? Like, look at that. Very few of them out. Those places are great. You can get so much stuff. I need to actually remember to start shopping for my produce in these areas because, my God, what a difference it makes. And they're like fresh too. You don't have to worry about them going through all the distribution sites. It's great. They're great. They yell at you. It's perfect. Grandma talked to you on Monday. It'll be official halfway point of winter. Gosh, I'm definitely ready for this winter season to be over. Let's be fair. Let's be brutally, bluntly honest. Am I enjoying the season? I mean, January has been good in many ways. I finally officially monetized. I became YouTube partner, which is nice. I got attacked, which is not nice. I've had some really good days in the snow, which is nice. And then we've had way too much snow, which is bad. It's a mix and match. It's a mix and match season. Another YouTube streamer was doing a stream recently. I walked by a person on the street. The moment the person farted really loud and made it to the video, it was hilarious but embarrassing. Was it me? No. I was ready for spring to come November 1st. The other thing that's really unusual is that, like, we got winter snow really early. So normally we would only be dealing with this kind of weather like between January and February. But like, god dang, this year we have been dealing with this for already literally months. And we're just so over it. Oh my god. Brutal. It's just been brutal. It's a long story. Let's see. Oh. Be fine if winter was only 5 months, but having 5 months is a bit of a stretch. Right? Our winters aren't normally this bad. But, you know, screw you, climate change. How dare you do this to us? Why can't we have the fun kind of climate change? In your opinion, what's the best produce market in Chinatown, East Chinatown? Oh, I couldn't tell you. A, I wouldn't know the name of it. And B, the person who really knows that is Hunter. Hunter knows, like, he knows food and how to get food at, like, great prices all the time. So Hunter's the one I'd have to ask about that. Ironically, he lives, like, right close by. But he is in the middle of working, so I should not interrupt him. Although I would like to. Because I am cold. And he knows how much I hate being cold. I do always like to point out this. Like, whatever the Moore Paints did here. Anyone who does Van Gogh, like, mad props, mad respect. I always like it very much. I've only been to Lucky Moose, but I need to try the smaller local ones. Oh. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think I've actually tried Lucky Moose, to be specific. Then again, I couldn't tell you what I've seen and what I haven't seen, so anything's possible. We are on Baldwin Street, and if we cross over this way, we will encounter... What the heck? Why would they... What? Really? Come on, Pete. Grab Hunter with an urgent question. You'd be like, babe, are you in the chat? Are you there? What's of this? Because we're here, let's do a really quick little... Hello, friends. My name is Matti. I am a tour guide in Toronto, Ontario. So if you or any of your friends are coming to Toronto and you want to gift them with a unique experience, why not give them a customizable walking tour tailored to their interests? You can book me for my services in VIATOR and TRIPADVISOR in the link description below. In addition to that, if you're enjoying yourself, why not like the channel, like the stream? That encourages YouTube to recommend to other people. And finally, if you get the chance, excuse me, folks, why not subscribe? That allows us to help the channel grow, and there's no way that you can support the channel better. Also, memberships. Memberships are, you know, super secret and better. I lost the plot a little bit there. But either way, if you're here, thank you for being here and for supporting the channel. We really appreciate it. So, let's get back to walking. I'm better at that right now. Non-existent, buried under snow. Taste of Sudbury sidewalks right now. Yes, very that. Very Sudbury, North Bay. I kind of did my job, but not really. Some serious icicles on the Victorian homes. Oh my, yes. And as Matt pointed out, or Green Knight pointed out, that is indicative of them being not very well insulated. Almost forgot to hit the like button. Oh, Steven. That's okay. I know you like me regardless. I'm so likable. People put their thumbs up. Your takes are more informed than mine. See, this is why you need like an artist with you, bud. I'm always happy to come along. I love my winter with informed impaling. I'm just like, that one's cool. You know what actually taught me the most about street art, funny enough, is watching Ink Master and then getting a hang for the form of street art based off of tattooing. Because the two are almost like a one-to-one. Funny enough, wildly different mediums, but like all the fundamentals are ironically the same. And you can learn more from tattooing than you can at art school. And like, yes, I have a degree in art, but like, yeah, finding out more about tattooing informed street art better than anything else. So it's interesting that way. I'm at 1.6K. Is that a donut? I don't think so. I think my next donut would be 1.1. I think my next donut is 1.2. Yeah, I think next donut would be 1.2. So I'd had to hit 1,200. By the way, I'm like blazing through Baldwin Street, but also like this area is a little bit more wobbled, or as we call it, Sudburied. Hypersonic goo. Toronto is ever slow at snow removal. Well, here's the thing. On the main streets, they're on it. On like side streets or more like niche streets like this, yeah, definitely gonna notice less. But 35 more subs for the donut. One day. We'll get there one day. One day, when I'm really starved and the snow is carved, I will eat a donut and I love you for subscribing to the show. Sudburied. I'd be walking on the street, sidewalks a no-go. To be fair, there is not much difference between what we're doing right now and walking on the street. In fact, sometimes you must. Gosh, I almost slipped and fell again. That would not be good. Everyone in their black North Face jackets. You're not wrong. I have to say, my friend Becca, who I was with yesterday, wearing this giant, puffy, super bright orange creamsicle covered snow jacket down the street. I'm just like, this is the best thing I have seen in forever. Other than my own, of course, but I made that, so that's fine. That's my big complaint. I just want the weather to be warm enough so I can start wearing my jacket again and get my friends to sign it. That's all I want in my life. My trash polka jacket. That's just getting more and more trash polka-y. That was weird. They were just standing still. It was almost like a T-Rex motif where they figured if they couldn't move, I wouldn't see them. Hi, Neville. The good news is it's not as cold as it has been, but it's certainly chilly. We're looking at right now about... When I left earlier today, it said it was minus 14 or so. But with the wind chill, it was about minus 25, 26. But it's certainly not as nice as it has been. And by that, I mean... No, it's still pretty cold. It's definitely cold. It was negative 25 for me last night. Well, Matt, I would seriously question your life choices. But... also, very proud of you for doing that. It is not easy. Before wind. Jesus Lord, Matt. Prepare yourself for a cold night. See, it has two meanings there. That was a perfect joke just for you that only you will understand. Oh no, it looks so cold. Oh, poison. Tis a chilly one. By the way, still very much looking forward to going to Beer Fest with you tomorrow if you want to. Actually, if you reach out, they might even be able to give you a little influencer pass, which is something weird that I never thought I would want or get. But now I'm just like, you know what? This is gonna be awesome. I can't wait. Oh, it's doing that thing now. So now Katie's behaving. Oh, never mind. Katie? Well, this is new. Okay, camera's back. Katie's back. Okay, we're fine. Theoretically. We're fine. What was that? I don't know. I need to start doing that thing that Oliver Twix does and be like, we bind you, Tyra. Conan isn't gonna get a cookie today. Thanks for sticking with that, folks. Every now and then, because it is cold, things just misbehave. So, at the same time, I get it. It's cold. I would also misbehave. I don't know where you're going, friend. You can slow down. Thank you. Gimli never betrays me like that. Well, let's wait until someone knocks the gimbal out of your hand and then see how Gimli reacts. Maybe suddenly Gimli's shy. Was that guy back there wearing shorts? Knowing Toronto, I would say probably. But you know what we're coming up to? Is apparently there is a bamboo garden in one of these buildings. Message you with a generic message just in case. I will take a look for that after. But everyone, I want to share something very important with you. It's kind of a secret. But I have begun to have a relationship with someone new, and I'm very happy about it. And they're not overly they're not shy or anything. They stand out a lot. But, you know, it's a little structurally unsound. But I just want to take a moment to walk on over and introduce you to them. In the green circles. Mazel tov, yes. So this person's name is Whitney. They were built in the 1930s and fairly sturdy, at least structurally sound. Still fairly popular, but around the 1980s, 1990s, they realized that the building, the top part, is ready. I was waiting for someone to clue in. Here's the Whitney building. If you spell it wrong, it's Whyday. And then it's a very different building. I like how they have they literally have this little crossing in the middle that serves no purpose. But in this one situation, I'll do. So that's the Whitney building. When it was constructed, it wasn't constructed with this skyscraper in mind, but it's like the top 10 stories there of that tower. It's all completely vacant and completely empty. It's kind of just this beautiful symbol that you can be tall, attractive, beautiful, and completely empty on the inside and still take up space. Not that I've ever met anyone like that, but you know, every now and then people surprise you. So does Whyday. So she's not right in the head? Well, she's fine, but she's a little unstable. Maybe not the brightest bulb in the book. Building over here used to be a hospital in downtown. Actually, this was one of the first hospitals. And right beside it used to be the Children's Hospital. But now they're just research buildings primarily, but structures are still there, still beautiful. I imagine if you go inside, they'd be very, very cold. But one of these days, I will figure out which building the bamboo garden is in, and I will take people inside. We'll do a little tour. But that one I might need to get some clearances for, so. Only because I don't know where it is. Hello, Alicia. Good to see you today. Welcome, welcome. I still haven't figured out exactly which building it's in, and I haven't figured out if I'm allowed to go in with a camera. But I am actually going to be calling them tonight. It's open to the public. I can just walk in. Oh. Well, next time I am in the area, I will absolutely go. Hey, Jacques. Good to see you today. Welcome, welcome. Also, I will say one of my reasons for not going in is I just want to see if it's possible to potentially bypass it and still be not. One of my concerns is that in the area, if they have any music playing, I wouldn't want to be dinged. So I will figure it out, I promise. And I will take you to the bamboo garden very, very soon. I sound like a bad stepdad. Or a bad, estranged father who's just like, I'm going to come back this year. I promise. Still waiting in line to buy cigarettes for 15 years. The location is in the Terrence Donnelly Center, 160 College. Okay. You know what, just for you, I will make an effort to possibly go in either this weekend or Monday. Because both times I'm going to be coming back through this way anyways. So it makes sense to stop by and say hello. But tomorrow might also end up being a day where... No, I can't do Cosmic Pizza tomorrow. Unless I can. No, I can't. I have food at home. I need to cook the food at home. Because I'm realizing that Joel does not know how to make things. And I'm just like... He's just like, we have nothing to eat. And I'm just like, we have tuna and rice and eggs. And we have salad that we can make. We have vegetables in the fridge. He's like, there's nothing there. And just like, the things we didn't have was craft dinner and chicken nuggets. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Is this it? It's like, we have tofu even. We had 2 things of spaghetti sauce. I'm just ranting at this point. But I'm just like, really? We had no food? You say we had no food and we have all this stuff? But one thing we were talking about earlier today, Matt, is I'm super proud of you. And I really hope that all of this Green Knight stuff goes really well for you. And if you ever need any help or support, I'm here for you. I am your brother in arms. I have been for many years. I'm not about to stop now. So, for my sake, I'm super happy to have you back in my life. And I can't wait to see what you do next. You can make a good tuna macaroni salad with that stuff, right? Or you could even make, like, one of my things, and just like, you can just make tuna and put it on a sandwich. And if you want to get fancy, you can put cheese on top and put it in the oven. That's a tuna melt. Right? Anyways. I'm also one of those, there's no food regardless of how full the cupboards are. I get it. But I'm also just like, I just want to shake him a little and be like, you're not making enough money to be picky. I'm not making enough money for you to be picky. All that stuff. I love him though. Hello, Kevin. Good to see you still walking in the cold. Well, just to give everyone an idea, is it actually as cold as I think it is? Yes. Yes, it is. It's very cold. But the good news is my mustache isn't going to freeze if I do it this way. So, yesterday, another live assault on a Toronto YouTuber streamer. Be very careful. Really? Do you know who it was? I'm starting to wonder if I should bring this to, like, the news channel. Because there's more than one of us who have been attacked at this point. And I want to be like, don't do that. Because I know recently Johnny got spit on. I had the incident earlier this month. Ugh. Johnny Strard got hit with a vehicle in an intersection. Jesus Christ. Johnny's getting no luck these days. Was it an intentional hit or was someone just being an ass? Ugh, poor Johnny. I also have he didn't get hit. He almost got hit. She didn't stop for the stop sign. Just crap driving. See, here's my thing. It's just like, at what point do we stop prioritizing cars? Because I'm gonna make a bold claim here and say you should instead of like charging servers to reapply for their smart serve every 5 or 10 years now, why don't we charge drivers to confirm that they can actually drive every 10 years? You should have to go for a road test every 10 years. Will it be annoying? Yes. Will a lot of people lose their license? Yes. But that's a good thing. They can get more money. You create this whole new industry. People will be pissed, of course. But at the same time, it's safer for everyone, and we're not prioritizing cars and people's convenience to have cars all the time. Make more money off of people who can afford to have more money. But also, like, I get the controversial, but like, if you're driving, you should need to prove that you can actually drive. You know? Or even if it's just like people have a certain number of complaints against you. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad idea. But maybe it isn't. I don't know. When people suddenly run into the road with vehicles, you can't fix stupid. That is true. People in Toronto don't know how to drive. I witnessed 2 accidents after the snow. Like, I'm just saying. It shouldn't just be assumed that you can still drive after a certain number of years of having your license. Because people get lazy and complacent. Toronto Trash Panda. Oh, I love your name. Oh, hello, truck. Trash pandas are not built for this weather. I understand entirely. You are my brethren. Jeez. Oh my god, you're so loud. Wind chill was minus 38 this morning in Belleville. Goodness gracious. A lot of drivers are driving distracted on phones or other stupid things. Right? I'm just like, a bad driver will always be a bad driver. And some people, even though like paying for your license and everything, paying for your driver's tags and all that stuff, yes, the government makes money off of that, but at the same time, ugh, I hate cars. I can say that with vehemence. Yes, I know how to drive. I just hate driving. And I don't think we should build our entire communities based around the fact that some people want to drive to get there slightly faster. I'm getting fiery. I feel like driving should be not necessarily a luxury. For many people, it's a necessity. And just like, I understand that. But driving should always be an option, not the standard. We should plan our cities around people and have driving be a wonderful benefit, because that way it can actually enhance the people's lives who have it. And they could go, oh, look who it is. It's my friend Marcel. Hello, Mr. Bennett.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just going home.
Good.
Yeah, it's very cold.
It's fucking cold. Why
Do you have gloves?
Yeah.
Are you doing anything later?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend coming over for dinner.
Okay, I was going to say, do you want to borrow my hand warmers? Because I'm about to go inside.
No, I'm just going back to the house.
Yeah, I figured as much. Oh, good to see you. That was my friend Marcel. Have I ever been fired from a job? Ooh, yes. My only thought there is just like, which one? I'm just like, no, I'm not a good employee. With all the cars I see covered in snow, it's obviously not a necessity, right? But yeah, we set all this real estate aside for cars specifically. And we plan everything around cars instead of planning them around the people. And that's... Hey, Bixby. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for joining us today. Sorry, jumping on late. That's all. That's why I hate the suburbs car focused. I didn't realize how much I hated the suburbs until I was set up with a billet in Edmonton that was like set far enough away to the point where I would need to have a car. In the suburbs, I felt so isolated and like I spent a day there and I got a panic attack because I was just like, I do not know how I'm going to do this. I do not know how I'm going to survive in this location. So yeah, that was that then. But for friends, it is unfortunately that time. Thank you for joining me today. It's been wonderful having you. If you enjoyed yourself, I would ask you to please consider liking. And should you not be a part of the family, come on, subscribe, come back. We do this every day. I will be back tomorrow with the I Heart Beer Festival and then doing a walk from there home. Hopefully it's not as cold as it is today, but it probably will be because that's just life. And apart from that, thank you for joining us. Y'all have been wonderful. I apologize for having 3 days with no boops. Trust me, I'm as disappointed about that as you are. And now that I pointed out, someone else will realize that I've gone 3 days without boops, which is just tragic, really. But we shall work this out. We shall get there. And next time, I will see everybody tomorrow. I will see everyone Sunday. And thanks for being a part of this. We'll see you, friend. Bye, friends.